competitive with expansions. And as you may have noticed, I sent an SCV over to the top left expansion at the top left on the island with a dropship. So unless he spots that, I should be able to get an economic advantage quite sincerely. What I've also done is build a single Viking to go around the map and snipe overlords. That's something that I really think is a good strategy as Terran, because that Viking is very useful. You can use it to snipe overlords. You can land it later on to help out with your troops or harass with it if you really must. It's good for sight, for scouting as well. You know, in this game, if you can't see units up on a ledge because you don't have vision for them, you can't shoot back at them when they shoot at you. So having a Viking or something is quite useful. Oops, accidentally stopped my video there. Hopefully the audio doesn't become out of sync with the video at this point, but it shouldn't do. So he's going for more expansions here. Really, he's upgraded to Hive as well. Looks like he's putting down another tech building over there, possibly an ultralisk cavern. Viking now moving out to spot the overlords further around the map. And at this point, I've got a lot of dropships, got a lot of troops, really starting to upgrade them. And really happy with the way my economy is trucking along here. Got a lot of barracks. Really need to actually start clicking on these barracks and building marines from them, because I've got 1,800 unspent minerals. But instead I've chosen to sort of prepare for battle here and just load everything up in 5 dropships and just see how much damage I can do by just landing in the back of his base. We'll see how that goes shortly, but in the meantime, really needing to build marines here. So I've finally clicked on my barracks and starting to spam the marine hotkey, but just got real no way to spend that many minerals. What I really need to do is to build like 3 or 4 more barracks or something, or at least a couple barracks with reactor cores. Now, sending out the Viking first of all, this is important just to make sure that no overlords intercept my guys, my dropships, and see them coming. And as you can see, he has got an ultralisk cavern, he has got a spy, he has got something else going there as well. The only problem here is that the Viking has alerted the hydralisks, so they're coming back to base. But here we go. This should be a decent drop. Just landing with absolutely everything there. I'm going to set up a defensive position in the middle of his base, so all of the tanks ready to hunker down, and stimming the marines. They're in a great position. They're right underneath the 5 dropships, so a lot of healing coming in. He's got mutalisks to run in as well, but with that many marines, the mutalisks are going to be toast, and hopefully can get some decent shots up on these hydralisks with the 3 tanks. He's moving in now to target the tanks with the hydralisks, so that's working well in his favour, but it's allowing me to kill his hydralisks easily. So man, wiping out his troops, and that's exactly what he didn't want to have happen there. Me winning that fight with me being in the middle of his base, so there's nothing that can stop me from totally laying waste to everything there. In the meantime, he's getting expansions where he can, and that looks to be it for the game. I mean, he doesn't really have much left which he can do. He's got the ultralisk cavern, has just about upgraded that +2 armor, so if he gets in ultralisks, they could be hard to deal with. But for now, really destroying all of that tech's going to hurt him a lot. He's got some expansions. He hasn't really populated them with drones. And over here, I'm actually losing troops. Lost my tank. I've only got 5 infantrymen left. 4 of them are marines. 1 of them's a marauder. And in the meantime, I'm bulking up on troops as much as I can to try and make a second wave to try and wipe them out. But as you can see here, a lot of buildings being destroyed already, so may not even need that second wave. Taking out his hydralisk there now. He's moving with a lot of zerglings, so that should be enough to take me out. There you go. And even with all of that healing, the zergling's finally able to actually get the better of these marines here and kill the last one. Just 1 left, and that should be it. And the medivacs don't have anything to heal, so they're heading back home. So really brutal a drop that was. Feel sorry for my opponent almost, but you know, then again, don't really feel sorry for Zerg. Terrans hate Zerg, they always have, so hopefully getting rid of my opponent because he's a Zerg player is the way to go here. Plenty of marines, still haven't really spent much minerals here. I've got another expansion which is in full swing. Spent a lot of money on SCVs and they are really harvesting for me. He's got a lot of gas and a lot of minerals, so he should be able to mass produce something like ultralisks at this point, which could be tough to deal with. Moving a couple of units out of position into his base. I've got tons of dropships. I've built 2 starports. What you should really do is just build a reactor core on 1 starport and build 2 medivacs from 1 starport. That is. Haven't bothered though. You know, I'm moving out with like a whopping 8 dropships now, or is that, yeah, 9 dropships. Not even all of them are full up, and I'm just going to try and move in and get rid of the rest of his tech. Just really seal the deal while the pressure is off my bases, because I've got 3 bases up and running, harvesting plenty of minerals. Just haven't spent any of it, just having to really spam the hotkey over here and not bothering to build more barracks as I should. Really sloppy work here. The next time I show you a replay, hopefully I will have macroed a bit better, because man, I'm sucking at it. Destroying the ultralisk cavern, that is. and the Spire, and the Baling Nest, and the Sunken Colony, sorry, the Spawning Pool. So that's really going to hurt him. That's pretty much it for his game. I mean, he's got 3 bases up now, but he's just got nothing really to invest those minerals in because he's out of it. He's out of tech for him. Setting up a small camp over here, but look at this. He's got 6 ultralisks. Must have really invested in those, but unfortunately for him, he's in the worst position here. He's on the ramp. Ultralisks have to move up one at a time. But despite that, even though these are unupgraded ultralisks versus upgraded marines with stim and healing, somehow the ultralisks are making their way up the ramp and destroying the marines anyway. How is that for awesome? Those ultralisks really doing some serious damage there before I finally managed to rip through them. And then he's got some zerglings in there. So man, my entire army there destroyed by 6 ultralisks, despite the ultralisks only being upgraded with +2 armor and nothing else, and my guys being like 1-1 or 2-2. So really amazed there. Man, I would hate to face ultralisks in open battle with upgrades. I don't know if it would be possible unless I had a lot of banshees and battle cruisers, because wow, they really seem to have been made very powerful in this particular game. Crazy stuff. But anyway, I've got plenty of resources. I've got plenty of troops there. Ravens. His ultralisk cavern is destroyed now, so it's not going to be easy for him to just rebuild those ultralisks like that. So it should be easy enough for me to win this game now and just crush him. Again, 4,500 minerals. I'm just embarrassed about that. Just, you know, I've been spending my time microing and just making sure the units are in the right places and scouting them and so forth. Haven't bothered to build a lot of marines, but if I had like an army about 6 times bigger than what I have now, which would be possible given that those minerals, this wouldn't really be a close contest. So, unfortunately, guys, I've shown you yet another little trivial game between noob players. What I'm going to try and do for my next commentary is commentate on a game which I've downloaded as a replay, which has been between decent players and showing off some actual decent skill and some decent macro management. So we'll have that coming up for you next time, unless I manage to play a decent level game. Doesn't look like it's been happening, guys. I've just been mucking around and trying to have as much fun as possible. Another expansion going down. Even got some heliums just because, you know, heliums cost minerals rather than gas, so desperately trying to spend the minerals. I think another problem is that I haven't really been building many refineries. Here you go, just getting a couple of refineries there. Even getting some banshees now, so I can spend the gas a bit more. He's decided to save his expansion over here at the 2 o'clock position, but it's not really going to help him. I'm even building another expansion at the 2 o'clock, sorry, not the 3 o'clock, the 2 o'clock, the 3 o'clock. And I meant the 4 o'clock. Man, terrible with clocks. Anyway, the Terran have reached the Zerg base. That appears to be it. So thanks for watching the commentary, guys. Looks like a satisfying win for the Terrans. The only things I really wanted to show you this game were the effectiveness, or the potential effectiveness of the planetary fortress and ultralisks, and obviously the fact that you really need to macro to stay in this sort of game. So there you have it. Macro is easy, but yet, you know, it's so easy that people like myself don't even bother to macro anyway. So that's the fun of it. Hopefully I'll improve as a player and show you guys some better quality games. See you later.